Hello and welcome to episode 2 of A Game's Worth, a series in which I give my personal opinion on how good a game is and what the game is worth. And for the second episode, I will be reviewing Beat Saber. Beat Saber is a VR rhythm title on Steam that will run you about $30. Beat Saber is on pretty much every VR headset. I don't think I could name one that it's not on. The game was developed by Beat Games and was released on May 21st, 2019. They've recently added multiplayer in Beat Saber, which is kind of cool because you can play your favorite songs with your friends. Alright, let's jump right into the rankings. Okay, because last time I took quite a while explaining the rankings, I'll make this very short this time. Here are the 5 categories I'll be looking at, all being rated out of 100. If you would like more depth into what each of them mean, go watch my Blade and Sorcerer review, I explain them there. And here are the rankings, all of them based on the average score of all 5 categories. I'll also be giving an estimate on how much I would pay for the game at the end. Quick intro, done and done. Let's jump right into the first category. Beat Saber gameplay, huh? Well, the basics of gameplay are that notes are coming at you and you have to hit the notes in the right direction before they pass you. They also are strategically placed so that they come on beat. Well, let's just say it feels freaking awesome. The way you feel when you're playing it is nothing but legendary. I mean, don't get me wrong, you look like an idiot when you're playing it. But that doesn't matter as long as you're having fun. Just to swing to the beat of the song and hit all the notes just makes you feel like a Jedi Master. And not to mention, there are a lot of settings and modifiers to make songs harder or easier. There's also a 360 mode, which in my opinion is okay. I'd much rather play regularly, but it's a cool feature to have. The multiplayer mode is a bit buggy sometimes, it kind of just breaks your game, but overall it works pretty good. All in all, I think that covers gameplay pretty much. I think a total score of gameplay would be 95 out of 100. But -1 because of how stupid you look playing it. And -1 because multiplayer is buggy. And -3 because you have to buy pretty much every music pack there is in the game. Sorry, not sorry. Final score is 90 out of 100. Overall, the graphics in the game are pretty well developed. The sabers are badass looking, the notes they look pretty clean, and the effects of cutting notes is pretty nice, if I do say so myself. The multiplayer characters have a nice charm to them. I feel as if they don't really match the whole game's aesthetic perfectly. Not bad at all, that's not what I'm saying, just doesn't really give me a Beat Saber vibe to it, you know what I mean? I mean, that's pretty much it for graphics, not much else to say. I'd have to give graphics 87 out of 100. I like the style, and it's definitely good looking, but I feel like some things aren't matched. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Just 87 out of 100. Got it? Well, this should be a pretty easy one. I definitely think performance is good in this game. It recommends an Intel Core i7 with 8 gigs of RAM and a GTX 1060 or equivalent, which isn't bad at all. I know that I can run Beat Saber on a much worse PC as well, so it's not super CPU or GPU heavy at all, which is good. And most of the time, it runs smooth as can be. I love it. Sometimes when I'm on a not so strong PC and there's a lot of notes at once, it can lag a little bit, but overall performance in this game is next to perfect. Performance gets, I don't know, 97 out of 100. If it weren't for the fact that too many notes can lag a weak PC, it would probably get a perfect 100 out of 100. And do remember this is based on my experiences. I'm not sure like what others experience. I'm not sure if they get lag or if they have a good PC and lag. I don't know. This is just my experiences. Well, I would say that modding is kind of limited, which it is, but not really. What I mean is that there isn't too much in the game to mod. There is a good amount of mods, just not a lot of them are really much to look at. For starters, one of the biggest things that everyone wants is custom songs, which people make beat maps for, and anyone can download them and play their favorite radio tunes. Or they can download outrageously hard songs if they're up for the challenge. There are a ton of other mods, like custom sabers and custom avatars, and quite a bit more, like custom mapping and a lot of other cool things. But in general, it is kind of limited. And that's not the modder's fault, that's just the game being very small. I think modability gets a solid 84 out of 100. I think the mods are good, and if there's a good amount of them, there's just a limited amount of things you can mod in the game. Now for content, this one might be quite low. Yes, there's a ton of free songs, and they each have 5 difficulties. Why did I say it like that? Whatever. But for someone like me, who needs mods for a challenge, there isn't too much in the base game for me. Don't get me wrong, playing the hard songs that Beat Saber offers is fun, and definitely gets me hyped and happy. There isn't too much of a challenge anywhere though. And again, a challenge isn't everything. The amount of free songs I would say is pretty good, and not to mention you can also play the songs in multiplayer, and you can buy a lot of music packs. There is a good amount to offer. I think I'll give content 80 out of 100. Alright, the scores are in. Gameplay with a 90, graphics with an 87, performance with a near perfect 97, modability with an 84, and content with an 80, which gives the final average score of 88 out of 100, which makes Beat Saber an A ranking game. And I would pay a maximum of $45.99 for this game. I feel like the price itself is already more expensive than most games. That's probably because it's VR. But I feel as if I would definitely pay more for the game, especially considering I've spent over $100 on the game with DLCs and stuff. We won't talk about that though. My final thoughts are that Beat Saber is very fun, and it's actually not a bad workout. Honestly, if you play the game for like 45 minutes, you're sweating your ass off. And now, that also depends on how hard of a song you're playing, and if you're actually into it at all. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helps you decide if you want to buy the game or not. And that's everything, folks. I hope you enjoyed. Peace out.